And, these government men try to make up their accusations of attacking people because they have big pieces, but those people came from a country with little pieces. They don't have a right controlling countries that have rights.
I am so mad and upset at myself for we ever gonna go bowling.
No bowling, so don't judge. Oh, that's autism.
What you guys doing? This is very important. In reference to the friends list or associated on or uncle list, these government people have stolen those lists. I have not received any of the contact list of celebrities that I was supposed to get in contact with. And these government people are trying to put their names on list or something where they're stealing postal mail. They don't have no legal right, whoever these people are. They have no connection to me. These people have never had any connection to me, and there's restraining orders against these people, and there's no contact orders against the satellite controllers. Them satelliting me, burning me, staring at me, causing me injuries, hitting me in the face all the time with satellite transmissions. These people, most people remember, or a lot of people remember the Pizza Face satellite shit that they did back in the 70s and 80s, these government people. The activity, there's like what they call pizza faces, where the government hits people in the face and burns their faces. There was all kinds of nationwide laws or something put out against the satellite controllers back then, too. Like Nationwide Alert or DEFCON 1 against government people in their satellite control rooms and their activities and their abuses. And these government people have tried to play this game of, where a lot of these people's names are on hate club lists. People that the Treasury had on record and the courts had on record in reference to people that they had to keep away from me because they would be harmful to me. These certain people would try to steal my mother and father's estates. There's names of branches of government, of people that are tied in with these other people and these different races or ethnicities. I'm the race that I am. And this government man was trying to mutilate, damaging things, trying to claim that he thought he was going to be the sex symbol of my race or something. This government man was trying to tear down people of my race as his way of trying to claim to be the attractive person of my race. That's foul play. The government man trying to damage people's attributes, trying to damage people's qualities. These men try to claim that they thought they had bigger penises than other men, and then they thought they'd steal the size of penises of people of my race, and then they'd claim that they had bigger penises after they stole the size from somebody else's penis. These people would claim they had prettier teeth after they fucked up somebody else's teeth. These people try to get dentistry all over their teeth. My teeth didn't have no dentistry on them, just the pieces of raw old drilling bits. These government people tried to claim they had more teeth than other people by trying to steal other people's teeth. It's attempted murder and fraud and vandalism and graffiti crimes against government. And, I worked at Mel's Drive-In in California, and the theme of the restaurant was American Graffiti. That's the film itself, had that kind of theme to it. And in reference to these government people, and, Harrison Ford was in that movie too, but and there were some other people. But, in reference to these government people playing these games, they're blocking me from modeling contracts. They're blocking me from entertainment contracts of production companies, of my mother and father's production companies. And then they tried to fool everybody else when everybody else had already knew who I am. Girls that I have dated, girls that are friends of mine. These government men was trying to tamper with relationships all the time. These government people was trying to steal genetics. These government people was trying to steal my identity and property and land. The deeds department needs to go after these people for trespassing on properties and trying to stir up problems or trying to cause problems by making up accusations with their political socialism crimes of government. The activity of these people disrespecting factual documents of my identity and my birth records of my real biological parents, these government people thought they'd play this game like in Schindler's List, where they tried to change the identities of Jews and tried to call them Germans. That's in Schindler's List too. And these people are doing this shit in America. That is treason. The fact of all these politicians trying to gang up on me, or these political people trying to steal my identity. What race are those people? Race is everything. Race is very important in reference to distinguishing culture, protecting people from other cultures, protecting people from harmful cultures, protecting people from their illegal dominance over another person's life or anatomy or sexuality or a person's history. Now, understand the point of it is, a lot of those people that do those things are Germans that try to steal other people's identities, that try to control other people's lives, that try to manipulate and try to claim that they thought that they were the leaders of other ethnicities and races. And there's some Middle Eastern people that are doing that too. That's a crime in America. These government people do not have any right doing these things, but they have been doing these things. The activity of them trying to fabricate. Oh, and in reference to, somebody wants to mention about the that Bitcoin thing. Where'd that come from? Germans? It made me burp. So in reference to that Bitcoin, it's a definite, pretty much definite no. If the government having, ways of shutting off people's money. And I've had a clean record my whole life. Look at all the accusations they ever made up. All these accusations came from their German mix of people, their German party. I'm Jewish and Catholic. I've never had nothing to do with none of these presidents. I have never had nothing to do with the CIA or FBI. Do you understand that? All these people are liars. All these people are tricksters. All these people have nothing to do with none of them. Racism, German communism, or German or black Nazis or Middle Eastern Nazis that are conspiring, they don't own this country. They don't own the political system in this country. The activity of them attacking people, damaging their faces and teeth, is attempts of murder. These government people trying to steal my teeth. Government people trying to claim they thought they were me in their brain. How many people have found out who some of these people are that claimed they thought they were me? One of those satellite controllers claims he communicates or tries to communicate something like he claimed he thought he was me. He wanted to be who I am. He's not my race, he's not Jewish, and he's not Catholic. He's a Christian Middle Easterner or a Christian German Nazi or something. The Royal Protocol status is my status. It does not protect people trying to steal my identity or people that are trying to impersonate me. They have no legal right. I am copywritten, documented, protected. Copywritten, protected. That means don't be marking on my body. Don't be trying to alter the package. Don't be trying to put your name on somebody else's labels or somebody else's identity. Do you understand that, government man? To steal a person's identity, to live a person's life that you were trying to murder off. That is treason. That is murder attempts. That is sex crimes, physical assault, hate crimes, and illegal use of government offices to manipulate and to extort and to steal from Americans. That is treason. And the act of these government people slandering my character, these government people slandering my parents' character, and then the government pretending like they didn't know who I am, like they didn't know who my parents are. When they kidnapped me from my mother and father's mansions? What's the name of the people that kidnapped me from my mother and father's mansions? What's the name of the people that was demanding ransom from my mother when they had kidnapped me from my mother and father's mansions? Does the cops have all that on record? Do you have the names of everybody? Does the Treasury have the names of everybody? And photographs of these people? And fingerprints of these people? These people are blocking me from my friends that have known me since I was little. Blocking me from people that was friends with my parents. And then these government people have fabricated claiming they were friends with my parents. They weren't friends with my parents. Then these people was damaging my looks and face and teeth, claiming they were slander my
blah 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 blah.
Like they're trying to rattle somebody's cage, like they're trying to lock somebody in a bird cage or an animal cage, and then they're poking sticks at it all the time, seeing if it'll growl or bark, shaking the cage, rattling the cage like they thought it was funny, doing the shakedown on somebody, hurting somebody, abusing somebody, laser poking people. They say they don't know anything about what's going on. They're incompetent and they don't have a right being in government. They're misrepresenting the laws of this country. They're not following the Constitution, whoever these people are. And these communist parties are trying to play their communist games, socialism and conformity crimes of their race. Them trying to steal penis sizes. Them trying to damage teeth. Them trying to steal with their nose jobs. There are people getting nose jobs to steal other people's identities. And their Photoshop shit. Messing up people's looks and trying to alter people's looks with their satellite morphing abuses, their activity of bone damage, their activity of illegal surveillance in America with satellites. Figaro. They don't have warrants. Figaro. Look what political families there's been restraining orders on for over 60 years. My parents had to put restraining orders on political families. My parents was royalty of America and other places. And these government Germans and their political parties violated the laws even back in the 50s and 60s in America. These political parties and government and their mix of criminals that are violating laws, and they have been violating laws for over 60 years in America. That's why things got to be followed by the law books against these government people. And their sex crimes. And don't forget, there's guidelines in reference to information about what kind of girls I can date and what kind of girls I can't date. These government men that tried to rape me, or they raped me and they tried to abuse and they damaged my teeth and tried to call me trash when they're the trash. Their people damaged my teeth. My teeth have been my teeth my whole life. See, that's what you got to watch out for in reference to dirty government. There's some people that get into government and then they attack other people that came from families that are more structured and more family oriented, that don't want nothing to do with these types of abusive people. Then they get into government. And then they use their stupidity or their games to try to confuse people, to attack people, to steal from people, to manipulate and to falsify in forgeries. These people have done forgeries trying to claim they didn't know something, claiming they thought somebody else of their race thought they were the owner of what I'm the owner of. Never signed, never gave, never sold, never, not never. And in reference to certain administrative branches in this country, they're not being assertive enough to pinpoint or to locate which people are doing these things. How many post offices in America have came over and asked the Indiana Postal System or office which person is stealing the postal mail? They've been doing it, stealing the postal mail, the whole time. My mother even made documents about that. These people didn't build the companies of my parents. These people are trying to steal everything. And they're blocking me from my mother and father's mansions, They didn't build the mansions. My parents built mansions. These people came into the country back in what, the 60s or 50s? And then these Nazis tried to blame America after the Holocaust when their people came into America. The Germans that came into America after the Holocaust. And then they tried to blame America. These politicians that tried to attack the Vietnam veterans, or they tried to attack the veterans of American military when their German parties snuck into the American government. Did anybody think that these Germans, that when they got into government, that they would try to hurt the veterans of America? And the Germans would try to steal the identities of veterans in America? Did anybody think about that? They would try to claim that they were victims of war, of their own leader of Germany after World War II. After World War II. Do you understand that? Some of these presidents had no right being president. If there was restraining orders on those political families or those political people, they would have never had rights to be in the presidency or to be governors or mayors, because they had already violated the Constitution by trespassing on people's property before their people got into certain political positions. So why wouldn't people realize that those people would trespass after they got some type of political title? What are the tall tale signs? What are the warning signs against these political families and their political parties? Look how many of them trespassed on my mother and father's property and my grandparents' property. And when they got into power, they thought they would try to make things look professional by making false statements and accusations against Americans and wealthy or famous people as their way of trespassing when there was already tall tale signs. These people are criminals. They're terrorists in America, and they need to get prosecuted. Oh, and in reference to celebrities, I know I haven't received any letters, any of them sent. I haven't received any gifts that anybody has sent either. And in reference to, I haven't received anything from anywhere. But the point of information, somebody said about these people tucking my penis and putting pressure on my body, where the Germans tried to claim, they were trying to play their conformity game. Germans was trying to say that Italians or French or Asians couldn't have big penises because the Germans didn't have big penises. And the Germans tried to claim that people couldn't have big teeth because Germans didn't have big teeth. We don't live in Germany. Everybody has their own personal choices of their rights, of their anatomy. You don't have a right downsizing somebody else's penis because it's bigger than your race. You don't have a right messing up somebody's teeth because they had bigger teeth than your race. You don't have a right saying or doing or manipulating or damaging a person's teeth because you claimed you thought their teeth was too big for your opinion when they're natural teeth, you dumbass. And the fact that you damaged my teeth and made my lips look small on the top, the upper lip, you have to get prosecuted for your hate crimes and your savagery. And you're violating the healing process. You have continuously violated my face and anatomy, and your government agents had raped me, and your government agents got to get put on trial for the death penalty or life in prison. There are guidelines in reference to what kind of girls I'm allowed to date, and I don't date your guys, government man. I'm not in relations with the men of your race either. I'm the only child of my mother and father, and I date females. And your government agents doing these things, government man, you have to get prosecuted for damaging my face and teeth. And your government agents that raped me, you face the death penalty. Your government agents need to face the death penalty for your communist, political sex crimes and your games of attacking people with your sexual obsessions of your German party or whatever race you are. You need to get prosecuted, government man. Everything you're doing is attempts of murder. And the fact of you trying to claim that you were better looking than somebody else by satelliting their face and warping their face You're disqualified from any beauty contests or any comparisons of any kind. They catch you trying to compare yourself to me, government man, you can face the death penalty because you are a satellite controller and you have caused me physical damage before. Any of your government people trying to claim you thought you had a right fucking up or damaging another person's face or teeth because you claimed that you thought you were better looking than that person, or you thought you had better attributes than that person, and then you had stolen or tried to steal or mutilated or damaged that person's attributes, you have no legal way of ever being in media or being in any contest in this country of America. Oh yeah, in reference to somebody said something like, I guess somebody making unique underwear for men that have big penises, because I have a big penis, and these government people have tried to steal my penis. And somebody might say, in reference to girls that know me, or the fact of these people hurting my groin and penis and balls all the time by trying to smash down on me or center folding on me with their satellite. One of the underwear companies, I don't know which underwear company, if my parents owned an underwear company or not, but maybe one of the fashion designers might want to make a unique pair of underwear for me where my dick won't have to be tucked up. Of course, it gets tucked up for if I am in a lesbian film, if I'm, playing a female in a lesbian film, then my penis gets tucked up, or it could get wrapped around. But these government people trying to tuck it all the time is them trying to cripple somebody. It's attempts of murder and them trying to cripple me by tucking up my penis all the time. And it's attempts at murder too. But, in reference to some special underwear that might be made for me or other people that have big penises, they might make special underwear just for whatever reason, for protection reasons of the person that has a big penis. I was born with a big penis, and, these government men try to make up their accusations of attacking people because they have big penises, but those people came from a country with little penises. They don't have a right controlling countries that have penis rights, where these people are trying to steal the penises of other races and ethnicities. They don't have no legal right. Their politics is criminal. They tried to downgrade the American physical anatomy to make their people look like leaders. They're trying to steal what I'm the owner of, and then they're trying to steal people's penises, aren't they? These government people have to get prosecuted for everything they've done. So in reference to, fashion design or information, me needing some special, unique underwear for me so my penis won't have to be tucked up all the time. And these government people in their criminal games of terrorizing my life, they need to get prosecuted. This point of just mentioning a unique pair of underwear is to stop these people from tucking up my penis and them trying to play their conformity game. And look how many times they tried to steal from my penis length or penis size. Look how many times they tried to steal my penis size back in the 80s and 90s. Those people have to get arrested for trying to wear my penis, and them trying to steal inches of my penis. Those people can face the death penalty or life in prison.
I am so mad and upset at myself for... Are we ever gonna go bowling?
No bowling, so don't do that. Because I autism.